For the listeners whose mind race at night, what's one simple technique they can try at night, maybe from your toolkit to
Mhm.
interrupt that cycle or to break that association, the other associations with bed and sleep?
Yeah. So we're getting a two for one here. You're kind of asking about two different options. So let's talk about it. In the Nightmare and Sleep Disorder Toolkit, we go through a lot of these pieces of trying to tell people what are some of the things that you can do if you find yourself in this tired but wired state, right? And so a lot of the tools we use are working on increasing relaxation in bed. And so if my brain is kind of working on all kinds of different problems, let's give it something else to do that is going to promote that relaxation response. And as part of the book, one of the things that was really important to me, because it's something that I do in my daily practice with people who are struggling with their sleep, is we built in several different recordings of relaxation exercises, and they're free and available online on the New Harbinger Press website, where you can do deep breathing, you can do a progressive muscle relaxation, we do guided imagery. So having this other tool, and there are lots of those things available out there in the world and on the internet, but having this tool to bring on the relaxation response can sometimes help people. Sometimes that's one piece of a much larger toolkit because it takes more things to help. The second part that you asked about was kind of how we can get this conditioned arousal broken up. And one of the things that sounds so paradoxical, and I often get a lot of raised eyebrows from patients, is to tell people to get out of bed. Because one of the things that when we struggle with sleep and we feel like we're not getting enough sleep, we often do is spend more time in bed, right? If I just lay here a little bit longer, maybe I'll go to sleep or I'll catch up by sleeping in a little later on the weekends. But all of that kind of sends mixed signals to a system that really likes routine and regularity. I mentioned that body clock, that circadian rhythm. It wants to be on time. And so, one of the things that we do is actually have people at first limit or restrict or compress the amount of time in bed. Because if you're not asleep, you don't need to be in bed. We want to strengthen that relationship and teach the brain and the body that being in bed means being asleep. So, get out of bed, do something else quiet and calming until you feel sleepy again, and then get back into the bed. But don't keep adding time to that time in bed.